Link down below as always. Online head-to-head, pinpoint pitching adjustments. The release timing and direction now have a less lenient criteria for good and perfect pitches. Note that this change can also be seen when using competitive gameplay style settings and offline modes. I'll get into from the devs after. Contact hitting adjustments. Contact swing is now less effective when used by power hitters. The higher the power, the greater the loss in miles per hour when you choose to use contact swing, and this change should now display a more accurate trade-off between each swing type for high-power batters. R2, viewing pitch history. Batters pressing R2 to view the pitch history will no longer impact the gesture portion of pinpoint pitching for the defensive player. If R2 is pressed at the same time or after the pitch motion is started, R2 will no longer interrupt the defensive user. So if a batter presses R2 before the pitch motion has started, the motion will not start. Other changes and fixes added confirmation, a dialogue to the friendly quit acceptance flow. Users are no longer able to back out of the bullpen screen following a second mound visit. Fixed a freeze that could happen when a ground ball is hit to second and thrown to first. Fixed a freeze that could happen when the ball was hit to specific areas of the outfield, I'm assuming. Typo. Fixed a freeze that could happen on a very late bunt attempt. Miscellaneous. Darren O'Day no longer tips his pitches after selecting the pitch. Fixed an issue in franchise and exhibition. The scheduled starting pitcher could not be put into the lineup. Instead, even after selecting a different starting pitcher. So let's go back to the top for people that are now curious about the developer notes for the pinpoint pitching adjustments. We knew, not me, but them. I'm just reading what they're saying. Sometimes I do this and they're like, well, why didn't you fix this bug? And I'm like, I'm reading the patch notes. I'm not a part of the development team. We knew that pinpoint pitching would be a very difficult mechanic to master for some players, and we knew we were going to need to make changes at some point once we got the feedback and the data. Now that we have that data, we agree with the feedback that it is just a little bit too easy right now in a competitive setting. This new change will make the timing window for good and perfect a little bit harder to achieve, if you didn't get that from what I read up here. When it comes to contact hitting adjustments from the devs, and I quote, contact swing was implemented to allow for shortening your swing and help extend ABs with 2 strikes or execute hit and runs at the expense of power. While examining the community feedback this year, we noticed that players with exceptionally high power attributes were not being impacted enough by using contact swing. So, these effects of using contact swings should sacrifice exit velocity for an easier timing window, easier check swings, and easier fouled off pitches. When it comes to the R2 viewing pitch history from the devs, we intended R2 to be used in a way to let the batter stop the pitcher from quick pitching and take a breath. And of course, see the pitch repertoire and pitch history. In real baseball, it might be equivalent to the batter keeping their foot out of the box, for example. And for that reason, we don't want to simply remove the feature entirely, but unfortunately we've seen players misusing it and causing grief for those who use pinpoint pitching. We hope this change alleviates some of that grief going forward. And that's pretty much it for this video, so as always, if you liked it, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. It greatly helps support the channel with the algorithm, as always. And if you didn't like the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs down. And I will make sure the moment you let go of that mouse button, this is the pain that you feel right here. If you want to subscribe to the channel, maybe we could work something out. But if not, that's on you. Thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care. Maybe I'll see some of you in the next video. Bye for now.